Hello, this is me, Trina Kavanagh-Thomas, intuitive mind and body coach. I'm here with you today from my bedside. Why am I from my bedside? Well, it is that time of the month. And I've been journaling for so long now, and I really want to do this video. It's going to feel a little bit calmer and lighter because I know I can become very ungrounded very easily. There's nothing wrong with being ungrounded, actually, as well. I just really want to get that out to people out there. It's nothing for you to feel ashamed or bad about or anything like that, because your energy is your energy at the end of the day. So today I want to share with you my energy. What I want to share with you right now is how during our energy cycle, we have a cycle where our energy changes, and we can go through different periods where we feel more tired, like we've got flow going on, everything's amazing, and then we can feel more insular, more tuned in. But a lot of it is on a cycle, and that can be daily, weekly, monthly, and even yearly. You ever get to December and you think, I really feel like hibernating at this moment in time? Exactly. We're human. And, when winter comes, or, if you're watching this in Australia, it might be different. It might be August for you guys. But I know from my point of view, my energy changes during the year, but it also changes day to day, week to week, and month to month as well. And depending where I am in the month, so we'll talk about the month now. Depending where I am in the month, I might find that I've got more energy in the morning and less energy in the evening. Sometimes that can flip around depending where I am in the month too. What about you? So when my energy changes, when I get more tired, when I feel more demotivated, and you might recognize this as well, do you ever feel that you're seeking a lot more? In other words, you become a little magpie. You need more money. You want better health. You need better clothes. You want to go out more. So you start seeking and searching. It's almost like you've had a little bit of a trauma response. Something is like you're not good enough. Like you're not good enough. Sometimes we may start seeking on social media, looking at everyone's posts, what are they doing? We can feel envious. Gosh, even I went through a period of this as well. And that's why I'm doing this video at this moment, is because I know at certain periods in a month, I can go through that, oh my God, look at them, they're doing so well. And look at me, I'm doing really crap. And all this kind of stuff. And I can go through that feeling. When I'm going through that feeling, though, you might identify with this as well, is that I tend to spend a lot more time on social media. I tend to snack more, so I tend to eat more. And I also tend to ignore my life a lot more. So I tend to go into almost like a self-destructive pattern where I kind of focus on things rather than not focus in the way of actually getting stuff done. It's focusing on the way of where you're wasting time doing small things. You're not being laser focused as you could be. There's nothing wrong, and I really want to point this out, there's nothing wrong with feeling envious. Sometimes that comes up when we can't accept certain things in life. Sometimes we go, yeah, I'm really happy, but really deep down, we may not be really happy. Sometimes we have to accept. I remember another little story. I remember when I was, when I put on a lot of weight, I was drinking very heavily. I was PT at the time. And at the time, I just felt like I was accepting myself in the body that I was in. I look amazing. And I didn't feel it. And I was asking the universe, I really want to feel better. Why can't I feel better? So behind closed doors, I'm asking the universe, why can't I feel better? I really want to feel better. Then in person, I'm like, everything's so amazing. I look amazing. And I did not feel it inside. And I was asking the universe. So then I was knocked on my bum. And I had to quit drinking and everything. I had massive panic attacks and stuff, and lots of anxiety as well. And I was saying to myself, I accept myself the way that I am. However, the body keeps score, and it knows when you are lying. It knows. It knew I was lying. It knew I was lying because I was in abject agony. I had spots. There was a lot of stuff, a lot of pain going off in my body, a lot of stomach pain, bloating, a lot of stuff going off in my body at that time. And it took that one moment. It took that one moment to change everything. To accept that I wasn't happy with what I was doing to myself. To accept that I wasn't happy with the abuse that I was putting myself under. I was drinking fairly heavily, and I was putting myself in this abject pain every day. And I was telling myself, everything's okay. You know, like one of those really not very nice relations. Everything's okay when it's not okay. What I was doing to myself was not okay. And that was a really tough, situation to come to, a conclusion to come to, that I wasn't really happy and that something had to change and the alcohol had to go. And that's when I started like really tuning into myself and listening to what this was saying and learn to rebuild a relationship with that. But even during that point, I was using social media more and I was really envious of everyone. And I was eating a lot more. I was eating a lot more then. And I was drinking a lot as well. So I recognize, and I was spending a lot of money as well. So it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can still spend, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a word. Self-destructively. To make yourself feel happy. So I was doing other things to make myself feel happy and feel comfortable. So when these patterns happen again, so say for instance, I feel it. So I start to recognize when I'm spending a lot more time on social media, when my snacking goes up a bit. Now I eat a lot healthier because my body would like go in a rage. If I was really kind of, eating stuff that didn't suit it anymore. So my snacking does go up and then I'm like, I'm full. And I'm like, but I need to still keep going. But these are triggers. These are triggers to a cycle when I'm not looking and I'm not recognizing the stuff that's going on in my life. And I want to know if you've been there too as well. Because sometimes we need to stop. Sometimes we need to pause. Sometimes we need to stop investing over and over again in programs that are not suiting us. If we're going to invest in something, we need to take a little bit of time away and just to decide, ask the universe if it's going to happen or not. Because what we tend to do, and even I do this as well, I have done this, I tend not to now, we can start to spend and seek and we just buy, seeking for the answer, but the answer's not coming because the answer's actually inside us. So I want you to take a moment today and I want you to pause with yourself. I want you to pause with yourself. If you're feeling that envious every time you go onto social media and you're using it a lot because you need something, I'm going to ask you to take a moment to pause today and ask you what basic need you need. What you need, right? Now, I want to read this to you because I know I'll forget everything, especially when I'm on my period. I always get quite forgetful. So I still remember stuff, but sometimes, I leave things out. So I'm sharing this with you because I still do the work. And I'm always reminded of that work as well. And what I wrote down here was, there's a person who always likes my blogs. I don't know who they are, but every time they like my blog, it's something that I need to read. It's not everyone else who likes my blogs, because I do get a lot of likes on my blogs. It's this one person. And every time they like my blog, it's like, oh yeah, that's exactly what's going on. So, and it's something that's going on in my life at this moment. And I'm not going to read the blog because we might be here all day. But I want to just to remind you of how our energy works. There are times when we need to switch down and rest. There are times when we've got loads of stuff going on. We need to switch everything off so we can become focused. So sometimes we need to switch everything off so we can become focused. Right? So we can sit with that thing that we really want to do. So we can get the stuff done with a clear mind and a clear head. Because even though social media is an amazing tool, it also gives us that dopamine effect as well. The same effect that we get when we take drugs. Obviously, many of you may not have taken drugs. I know I have in the past. I was a party girl. Even when we drink alcohol, and we can become very engrossed and ingrained, and then we wonder why we're not getting stuff done. So take a moment, feel into energy, know where you are in your cycle. Because when you know where you are in your cycle, you can start to become aware of how your body is working during that time and the behaviors that we seek towards when we go into a lower energy vibration. Because in that lower energy vibration, then we get very envious. We start to feel like different things. Even though we think these people are doing amazing things, we feel something. And yes, that something is probably to say, right, okay, you need to be doing that. But sometimes that trigger, sends us into a panic and we don't know what to do for the best. This is why I'm saying, take a moment to switch down your social media and take just a little time, maybe with a journal, dictaphone, whatever, just to let go and see how you get stuff done then. Right, I am going to leave it there for today because you are not losing your mind sometimes, right? Sometimes we're just pushing for an energy that is asking us to, hey, slow down a little. Hey, you need to just take your mind away from all this stuff over here, all this mind chatter. Hey, do you notice your brain is filling with 60,000 thoughts a day straight away as you look at that screen? Now you need to just switch it off a little so you can clear the 60,000 thoughts, so you can get the stuff done that you need to do, that you've been procrastinating on, whether that's your health, your wealth, or your life. It is important that you look internally into your health this year, 2022. And there's no other you that can do that. And your kid needs it. Your job depends on it. Focusing on you, your health, will help you focus on everyone else. Right. I'll leave it there for today. I'm going to take some time to do the same. If I'm asking for people to do something, or if I'm sharing something, then, it's imperative that I do the same too. So I will see you next week with my next video. Have an amazing week, and check out Tuesday's video as well.